I think is one of the better options Shopify had. This is about as high damage as you can possibly get in a carry if he just gets to stand and deliver. So, yeah, I like this choice.
You know, better than nothing. We'll see what happens around this bounty, though, because they're waiting for this one. The bounty will go towards Pakaz. Does he get out of here? They might leave him alone and target onto Hellscream instead. But they're actually fighting in two different directions here. Pakaz is taking some harass, but because they didn't focus Hellscream, Scam comes on the backlines and they assassinate KJ. Schofield did find the disruption out, but unfortunately, he's in the wrong position, Sin. Went the wrong side. Scam finds him with a kill shot, power shot.
But yeah, DK into melee heroes, generally DK favored. It's hard to combat Breathe Fire, even for Slardar. Just the overall damage disadvantage is hard to overcome. So I'm not too surprised to see a little bit of a head start here for Yopaj. It's not.
Bottom, Whisper. Could be in some trouble. Scam finds the power shot and they kill him. And now Schofield, he came back to render assistance. But all he's assisting is the coffers of Shopify Rebellion. Scam grabs yet another kill. 4 for 0.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, I think. This lane is definitely not the easiest to play, and now rotation. Oh, this is a good time to gank from Scam. This is after the X mark. If he dies here, that's a costly one.
They might get revenge on Pakaz, though. Schofield throws forth the blood grenade. They want to close the gap. Hellscream, though, jumps in, slows them down. There's 3 poison stacks onto Pakaz. The 4th will not emerge. Schofield gets shackle shotted. Now he needs to be the one that turns himself around. Disruption to try and save himself for now. Schofield gets off the 4th one. Can he find the 5th before he dies? Yes! Might not be enough damage, though.
And Yuma now has to do the long walk of shame back to lane here, and will arrive and not even be level 5. Pakaz level 5.5 has to go back to base, but you know, he has a TP, so he will be able to return there. And more so than anything inside of Shopify.
Okay. Look what Tomato is. He was going to try and take away the Wisdom Shrine. Well, he found many things in this area of the map. Wisdom was not one of them.
Well, you could argue he's wiser than before now, but it's a little bit too late. Jungles. Get caught here. Hellscream though.
The Torrent, the Mud Golems going ham. Hellscream though, able to stick up. He's gonna be okay for now. Yuma making his way through. He gets the X marks out. Should have enough damage to find some immediate revenge. He does so. So 1-1, and Yuma finally gets something positive on the board. But as I say that, they're hunting him in the trees now. The Torrent, it doesn't connect. Scam got the wind run right through it. The shackle shot will not connect, but he's being slowed down quite heavily. Nice body blocks coming in from KJ with the Mud Golem to ensure that Pakaz does not have the path to the Kunkka.
You can tell Heroic's mindset right now. We need to put out some fires. So they're going to go smoke up their Slardar together with Chen, looking for potential attack here onto Pakaz. But this is not going to be an easy kill without Kunkka level 6. They're going to try it still.
There's some of the damage out. Crush, Corrosive Haze. Alright, nice. I guess with the Corrosive Haze and this Chen army, there was like a lot of damage and there's nobody nearby. The rest of the team is going bottom. Sadly, I don't think they have the chance to wait. You gotta go. No punch. They actually see him. They hit him with the ultimate, but unfortunately, they don't find the angle to jump him on. The Blink Dagger was not ready from Whisper. He does get the Barrel Strike onto Scam, but that's at the end of the epicenter, so there's no more damage available. There will be a drag back with the X, both connection, and Yuma will end an unstoppable streak from the Wind Ranger. Analog also in the vicinity right now. Do they want to get out of here? Yes, they do. Yopaj is now shown up. Gets the Dragon Tail stun out onto Analog. Analog is falling very low. The disruption will be quite nice, but he cannot get off the Slithering Crush. Dies before it's available. He is going to be the trade, but it's a much bigger trade for Rebellion, and they're not done just yet. Blink in 1, 2, here we go. Kill. They get the stun. They get the Impalement Oz. They even throw in the Wheel of Wonder for good measure. But this should be a kill they find. Oh, very nice torrent from Yuma. Pakaz, though, doesn't seem to be dosated just yet. He's chasing forward, wants to try and find this kill. Disruption will buy some time for the Shadow Demon, but the borrowed time will eventually expire. Goes down, so does KJ. Can't complete the teleport out.
That Demonic Purge was missing in that fight. That really could have helped them out a ton, but the 70-second cooldown was not up just yet. Shopify were able to chase down. Now Analog running immediately into trouble. Nice triple barrel.
Does have hope, though. Whispers there with the triple barrel, like you said. Slithering Crush only connects onto one. The Shadow Demon dodging with the disruption. They will be able to bring down the Ringmaster first. Bristleback gonna be in some danger as well. He cannot get out. They have done all they can. The rest of Rebellion, can they get out? No. Nice little Borrow Strike onto Scam. Wind Run will be there. Here comes a chase onto Analog. 5 seconds until he has the Blink available. They have the Vision with the Corrosive, so they don't even need the Blink. Double kill for Whisper. They want to use amplified damage to try and take it down as quickly as possible. But they have Epi, they have Barrow, they have every ultimate except Ghost Ship. Oh, it's just back, but Kunkka's not here. He's middle. What will Heroic do? Ringmaster almost died to the Epi. Now here comes the Epicenter on the back end. The Tormentor does go the way of Hellscream. Can Whisper bring any of these heroes down? No. They're all still quite alive. Analog almost caught up to Yopaj. He does manage to blink away towards the north side. Chen gets caught and killed. Of course, Hellscream, most of his HP was taken by the Tormi, and now Kunkka can finally make his way into the fray. Getting the Tormi does put them on very low HP for Rebellion, so now they can't really fight that easily. They've lost Jopaj. Scam trying to get himself out. There is a disruption. It will be deployed as a boat crashes in onto Pakaz. No way out of this fight for you, my friend. It's gonna be a lot of damage dealt before he goes down, but not enough to really threaten the lives of these heroes. And all the way towards the east, they also find Scam. Rebellion.
And they're doing
build into the Revenant's approach.
Aegis.
Yeah, and here they come for the backstab from Heroic.
Really hard if they get found. Slardar, double cut.
Slardar gets 2 heroes. Both of the supports caught in immediately. There will be an escape arc for the Ringmaster, but as the boat crashes down, they find and kill Scam. Big Barrow Strike from Whisper. Connects onto Yopaj and Hellscream. Hellscream is gone. Yopaj is going to follow him next. So that's 3 heroes eliminated. Tomato, let's see how much damage he can deal standing his ground here. Towards his north, he watches Pakaz die. He's doing quite a lot to the Chen, but Chen is not even dead just yet. What can he do here on Tomato? Analog hoping to try and loop back in. They did manage to bring down this Whisper Sand King. And Kunkka's also retreated somewhat. He's standing in front of the tier 2 tower. Shackle shot doesn't connect. So, well, they can't afford to lose Pakaz here. Down bottom, he might be in danger. He gets scouted here by this Slaughter. Analog is on him. There's a Lotus Orb to try and bounce back this Corrosive. It will expire eventually, though. And as it does, Vision will be granted. And there it is again. X marks the spot. Comes in from Yuma. Torrent will be there. No boat thrown out just yet. Whisper was thinking about the FP, but they don't have vision on anybody else. And they're actually going to keep the fight going bottom. They made the jump looking for Yopaj, but the Wheel of Wonder turns it on around. Analog inside all the damage from the Terrorblade as well. He's almost dead, saved for a moment by the disruption. It succeeds, but Schofield pays for it with his life. Whisper now coming in. Oh no, Epicenter. The Barrow Strike missed, but the Epicenter radius is still big enough. So they find that kill onto Scam. Now Stan back onto Yuma. This Kunkka does not have his BKB available anymore, so he has no protection from the onslaught of damage of Rebellion. They make it a 2-for-1 affair. They were the ones getting jumped, but what a response. Pakaz, the main target, is still alive at the end of it. They should be able to all back off from here, no problem. It's all good. Do they still want to go? They have some vision on the bristle. X-Mark will be there. There's the Torrent, and it looks like this time Rebellion are going to abandon him to his fate. They're like, hey gang, last time it was all fun and games. There was a tier 2 nearby for us to move into, but here, nope, you're on your own.
This is a good proof of concept for Heroic. Yeah.
You love to see it, and I'm tired of these stomps.
This game is not going to come down to anybody's advantage at this point. It's who's going to take a good fight, who's going to get a good jump, find the right target first, and chain their abilities best. Yuma giving info.
He does indeed. Pakaz is out. He gets the first stun out from Analog. There's going to be the Shackle Shot onto Analog. At the same time, though, Barrow Strike, they're going to the back line. They find Hellscream, they kill him with the Epicenter. And now Yopaj is in trouble. BKB of his is not going to last forever, and as soon as it goes down, his life is forfeit. Look at some of these Schofield illusions, stealing the Terrorblade form to dish out damage for him.
Heroic
it's a 2-for-1
really
affair
good
at the moment. They do indeed. They have very nice vision here. Can they exploit it? Sand King, he's the one we're looking towards. BKB now active from Yuma. They're looking towards Tomato. Nice Shackle Shot from Scam once more. Tomato, though, he needs to stand his ground. Gets off the Sunder onto Analog. Can he rein in enough damage is the question. Maybe the answer is no, because they drag him in. Torrent, Sandstorm, Barrow Strike, dead. Pakaz all of a sudden finding himself very isolated here. Will try his best to tank through all of this damage, but his best is sadly not good enough. 4 heroes will end up falling. Heroic, they take the fight. They got some very good vision, and this Observer Ward that KJ placed out definitely helped them in that engagement. Well, are on this point now. 2 minutes ago, there's an even game. Now to 12k lead for Rebellion, and now Tomato. Can they get him? There it is. Epicenter, Barrow Strike. Tomato is gone. He does have buyback available, but certainly will be very painful to have to expend it now.
Okay. He has BKB. Double X. They are going to purge him.
There's going to be the disruption. Now they're going to go for him, though, and look at the damage! I thought this hero was tanky. Pakaz gets nullified, but pushed into the base by his team. That's going to keep him alive. In the meantime, Yopaj, his BKB has now expired, so he's in trouble. Caught by the torrent, looking to try and escape all of this damage. Look at Schofield stealing illusions. Well, he's trying to. Look at the damage output, though. We see the Wheel of Wonder going forward, holding these heroes in position, allowing Tomato to put in the right-click damage, and here comes Whisper. Epicenter Barrow. BKB, though, was in from Tomato. He evades all of this damage with Pakaz on the foreground of the fight. He's healed up, he's back in. Does get himself hit with the Slithering Crush, so there is a haze on him, but the escape act allowed him to escape in the base. X marks the spot, will be there, but the Tidebringer will miss. Or the Tide, rather.
Like you said, they stay alive. That's Aegis and Cheese gone, so big advantages have been expended here from Heroic's side, and maybe they can... Oh, Yuma actually gonna find Pakaz again.
Yuma does find him, but Pakaz also is around 2 of the Dire heroes. They do kill off the Chen very early on. Schofield trying to run away from Tomato here. Tomato will be able to bring down Schofield as well. Pakaz putting in damage onto Analog, trying to disable the Blink Dagger. Analog doing his best to get away. Does not get connected with by the Impalement Arts. Does BKB though, and with the E-Blade connection from Whisper, that will buy him a way out of this fight, but Whisper unfortunately will find that he is now caught and killed. 100 seconds in the grave, and he does not have buybacks in.
Should be relatively straightforward. Even a shield rune now onto Yuma. This could be a difference maker. Keep in mind, Terrorblade meta on cooldown. Well,
oh, scam! The shackle shot. Shout out to Schofield for saving his slaughter, but it might not be enough. Big Burrow Strike, Epicenter from Whisper. He's on the back end looking for the Terrorblade. They've got him almost. TP, he's alive. Gets off the Sunder, and Whisper's the one that gets brought down. Towards the north, they found now the Kunkka. Yuma doing his best to run away from Yopaj. Gets over into the river. Is there anybody nearby to cancel this TP? No. And they're putting pressure onto the tier 4. They want to force a buyback or two. Nobody is taking the bait just yet. There's Slaughter's one. Sand King, still 1,000 gold off of it. Look at now, Yuma, he doesn't have a PKB. He needs to be very careful about this. Shout out to this OST for protecting him for now, but it might not last forever. They're force-staffing forward. They want to close the gap. The tier 4 towers are down. They are looking to end this game. Shopify Rebellion, despite not having a gold lead. 30 seconds ago, they were 20k behind. They just killed Schofield. They're about to kill the Ancient, and they have done it. GG, well played is called. North America prevails in the first game, and my goodness, what an extravaganza of Dota that was.
They are the favorite for game 2 based on this, and I also cannot with any confidence say that Heroic are gonna, level up significantly off of that game. I personally think both teams are capable of much more than this, so whoever wins the second game, I hope they're going to show up in better form, because this was, for lack of a better word, very scrappy from both teams. I don't think any of them is truly happy with the trajectory that this game took.
So Slaughter, multiple roles, Morphling definitely carry, and they go for the Ember, so it is indeed going to be offlane Slaughter. Ember Spirit is going to go mid for Analog, definitely one of his premier heroes, and indeed it is going to be the Tiny Tusk support duo in tandem with the Whisper offlane.
Currently, Mission Rune.
On the other side, though, there is a little bit of a skirmish. Hellscream gets blocked off on his escape by these ice shards. Will this finally be the first blood? Toss forward. KJ wants it. Blood grenade thrown. And a little bit more is all we need. He's still alive, but Analog comes in and says, all right, you support. You've massaged them enough. Let me show you how it's done. Secures the first blood for the Ember. And this is especially good given how the lane was going against the Storm Spirit.
Yeah. All 3 cores on their side are, every single core on their side. Nobody's struggling. This is completely dead even. Yopaj on King Jungles though.
Should be some Searing Chains though to dissuade him from going forward. No, Searing Chains are on cooldown. At the same time, towards the north, look at the Tinker. Tinker's the one that's in danger here, but there is going to be some help to try and keep her alive. It's not going to be enough though. She will end up falling. At the same time though, Whisper probably dove a bit too deep to find that kill. A 1-for-1 exchange, and here's a Torrent X onto KJ. Even with the boat being thrown forward, they find the kill onto the Tusk. Can the Tiny escape? Yopaj still has a little bit of mana to deal with. Can zip forward, doesn't even need to. Analog did his best with the Searing Chains, but it's a little bit too late. Rebellion are putting a little bit of pressure mid, but they realize that I'm not sure we can keep this up forever. He'll TP bottom with the Storm. I think they want to try and find a kill. Both Yuma and King Jungles are here. They go for King Jungles first as Yuma tries to waveform away. Pakaz with the X marks, the boats landing in onto the Morphling. They zip in with the Storm Spirit. There's March of the Machines as well. KJ will do his best with the Drinking Buddies and the Snowball. It will do quite a bit to buy time for Yuma. It actually keeps him alive. We'll lose the life of KJ, but definitely worth it. Pakaz, though, has X in 10 seconds. Will he be able to keep a bead on Yuma? No.
So, well done. Position 5 of Heroic. And he will immediately be greeting Hellscream down here. Very awkward position. Tomato has connected over too.
Tomato caught inside the eye shots now. Both himself and Hellscream, I think they're both dead. Escape Act will be preferred for now, but the first on the floor will be Hellscream. Tomato at least looking to bring down Schofield. He'll do so. Yopaj is now showing up out of nowhere with Pakaz. Can they get these heroes out? They turn their attention towards King Jungles. KJ will die, but so will Pakaz. Yopaj, there is clear vision on top of him. They know where he's at. Whisper watching him go away. Slithering Crush cancels the TP. No way out for you, brother. Analog secures another kill for his squad.
They get cornered in the bottom here. Ghost Ship is on cooldown from Pakaz as well. If he had a ship here, then we're talking. But yeah, this is just too easy for Heroic to overpower the heroes with different.
Yamato? Tomato, is he just dead? Corrosive? There's nobody to blink to? He's gone. Oh my goodness, dominating streak. Hellscream, he showed up, but he's way too late for this one. He will pop the escape back, but only for a mere moment. Yuma finishes him off. Now Skem, he's in the trees, throwing out the marches. Needs to be careful here. Yopaj also died somewhere else on the map, getting killed by Schofield and Analog. What the hell is happening, Sind? They want to try and employ some of the damage that they have. Looking towards bottom, and Pakaz, oh no, he's walking by right now. He does have a Blade Mail though, and he did finish the Vanguard, does have 14 one charges. Is that tanky enough? Answer is no. Answer is no. Maybe if he had a defense matrix. Unfortunately, Hellscream might also be wishing he had a defense matrix as Analog reaches in beyond the lane, finds him, kills him, and Heroic find themselves 2 kills.
See if this can also be successful, or if Shopify are a little bit more ready in formation here. Find Tomato, that would be a big catch.
He just blinked forward. He just blinked forward, Sind. He just blinked forward. Oh no, this is the worst case scenario. Tomato, he needs some help. Are the allies gonna get here in time? The creep wave will. And now the team is here. Defensive matrix thrown back in. Analog, he's the one that's now in trouble. Can't walk to the left because right there's a Wheel of Wonder, but to the right is all of Rebellion. As he goes down, KJ will also find himself tumbling. And before this all kicked off, somehow they lost Schofield in the mid lane. Right now they are trying to close him down, but the pings went out. They have some observer walls. They scouted this movement. It was not a smoke gang. There is a smoke gang from Rebellion though. They turned this around. Wheel of Wonder going forward. They want the Tusk. They get him. Whisper, can you run away from this one? Blood Grenade and the X marks the spot will make sure that he cannot escape from this one. Essence Ring, all you want, brother. Your death is all but guaranteed. The Tame the Beast gets thrown out and he dies. Yuma actually going in. So does Schofield, revealing the Blink Dagger with the Avalanche. Unfortunately, so far there's not enough damage. Yuma decides he's gonna get out. Schofield, well, this was your gank, brother. You must deal with the consequences. 3 heroes fall. The path to Roshan lies open.
Maybe they weren't aware of the Crimson Guard or whatever, but they weren't even remotely close to killing a hero when they went in again with Schofield and Analog there. And now Yuma trying to perhaps be Superman here. We'll see.
Analog is here too, on the far side. Drinking Buddies to bail him out. Yuma goes in. Yuma's inside, but Yamato gets it. Tomato will therefore also kill Yuma. Tried his best. Yopaj now on the high ground, seeing these 2 supports, and they look like free eats, baby. King Jungles, you are going to be the appetizer, my friend. Can we find an entree? No. Schofield got out, so does the Slaughter. Continuing to increase his farms. Chilling with the Brigand's Blade as well. He's having himself a good time. And how far is Analog from having the Radiance? Still fairly far away. A full 2,000 gold before the Ember has it.
Yeah, and with this build, he is very vulnerable to stuff like this.
Got ATOS. Oh my goodness. ATOS, there's no BKB, there's no Yules, there's no nothing. He gets caught like that, he will just die every single time. The creep wave, though, will allow him to use Drinking Buddies to keep himself alive. But they'll take this opportunity to put some pressure on the tier 2. Still have 10 seconds left on this Aegis. Tomato does not mind dying, especially since Pakaz is here as well. Lotus Orb, Crimson Guard, all the good stuff. You see Yopaj, he sees Schofield. Well, this is the classic. We've seen this happen with poor Schofield before. In the previous game, Yopaj was doing this to him all the time. So it's no surprise to see him reprise that role. But Slaughter, he's one that they cannot afford to have caught out. The Wheel of Wonder bursts in his face, lots of damage out towards him. Whisper cannot get away, does not have his BKB finished. So he will die, and that BKB gets delayed even further.
Oh, so it's laser rearm. I think he's dead then. I agree. Then no one's gonna pick him anymore.
There we go. That's all I want.
That's right. Give him laser rearm, and then he can put points into stats 15 times.
Mid, analog. Oh my goodness, he still doesn't have the BKB. He does have the Radiance at the very least, but like you mentioned earlier, without the BKB...
Given the circumstances, this is great for Heroic. If they can buy enough time. Tiny has a nullifier?
What? Morphling gets caught though. Oh, Yopaj, is he gonna try and bring down Yuma? Yuma does get off the morph. He's gonna stay alive, but he needs to get out of here. Scam has now shown up. The TP out will be attempted. Yopaj, can he find the vortex?
Oh,
no, he doesn't. But the creeps! The neutral creeps! They decide they do not like the water boy. It might be Wandering Waters, but not for you, my friend. They find him, they catch him out. He has no TP. He's morphing for all he has, but he knows that he is gonna die here. Brings in KJ though. Maybe they turn onto Yopaj. Yopaj has expended a lot of mana for this one. There will be Wheel of Wonder after the snowball. Way from away by Yuma. He's somehow still going, but not forever. Pakaz make sure that they have the X and they have the damage. KJ at least is able to TP out, but man, oh man, the creeps, the map itself has turned against Heroic. But they're not leaving just yet. They still have 90 seconds with an Aegis. They want at least 2 lanes here. How do you defend against this? Slaughter had his blink forward cancelled. Let's see now.
Toss.
Going to be a toss back. They find Tomato. X back though saves him, and now it's going to be the zip from Yopaj going to the back end. Snowball will buy time for now for Yuma and KJ, but KJ, his time will unfortunately come to an end. As he dies, they throw forth the Wheel of Wonder, but the counter engagement from the Slaughter with him and the Avalanche, it looks so good, but where's the damage? Finally it comes out now as they are able to bring down the Tinker with the waveform forward. Yuma gets the kill onto the PA as well. That's only life number 1. She will return, but she has far less support behind her. Yopaj can't really do too much about this. He's going to be forced to zip himself away. Scam can do nothing about it as he just dies. Yuma with the triple kill. Heroic with the high ground hold, and for the first time in a long time, they win decisively a team fight.
In fights. He can kill targets if he gets to attack, but he's being chain stunned, he's being kited. With a BKB, he can set things up for himself. All right, here we go. Catch up to Kunkka.
They went for Kunkka. They want Pakaz first and foremost, and it looks like they might get him here. A couple more right clicks, and he is found out. No, escape on. Will be there, but only for a little while longer. He dies without buyback. 75 seconds on the sidelines. We're not able to connect onto Tomato.
Good. They forced Wheel of Wonder. They kill the Kunkka and trade off their Tiny. Which BKB? Okay, they did burn all 3 of their own BKBs though. So maybe on second thought, not actually that great.
Oh, zip in. They go for Analog.
No.
Nice snowball yet again to save them in the meantime, but there's no Wheel of Wonder to easily turn this one around. Analog still very healthy here. Tomato, him and Yuma going 1 versus 1. They're fighting in the middle of all these spells. Schofield threw a nullifier out onto this PA. They have the damage. There's the Avalanche toss. They got him. He is down. Knocks nullifier onto Scam, and he is gone again as well. KJ found the snowball shards to ensure that Hellscream cannot escape this fray either. So he will fall, making it a 4-0. And well, the last time it was a decent trade for Heroic. This time around, they don't need to trade. They just take your whole arm off, and they're gonna come and try to put pressure on your base as well.
Okay, if this game goes another 10 or 15 minutes, I'm very curious what he does after this. Because I think it's going to be very telling about his read on the game. If he thinks, all right, I had to have the BKB, I should have sold my Manta. Let's see if they get there. This is the big moment. Approaching Heroic.
Smoked up. Whisper, he's the one that goes in first, but the Wheel of Wonder also comes in right afterwards. He's been hexed up. The boat's gonna crash in. He is gone. Yuma in the meantime trying to take their Aegis. He can't manage to do so. Tomato is the one that claims it, and now Yuma is in no man's land, caught within the river. He ends up being killed off. Analog doing his best to flee towards the west, trying to TP out right now, but that's not gonna happen, my friend. He is down 2. Bro, 3 heroes gone for nothing. They got an Aegis, Cheese, Roshan, Cinder, and I ask you again, what the hell is happening?
It's crazy. It's like, if she does, I think Shopify have a very good chance of finishing this right here, right now, but end up, have a toss.
Get her back. Oh my goodness. They removed the Aegis almost immediately. Yopaj unable to remove Schofield from the fight, but with the boat flying through, this will provide some protection towards this PA, but now she's not being allowed to hit anybody. The chain disable is out. She can't move here, Sin. She's gonna end up though being fed a cheese. That's gonna get her back to full HP. Will it be enough? After the escape back, she's back up. Can she keep fighting? They actually want to retreat from this. Tomato falling quite low, does not have the full heal available. The Titanic has already been committed. As he's out, perhaps they can chase for more. Bakas caught inside the ice shots. He's going to get brought down. Yuma and Analog, make sure it happens. So they trade off-laner for off-laner in this situation.
It definitely relieves a little bit of pressure off from the PA2 that there is the secondary hero now. That he's going to go in for it.
Yopaj goes in to reveal the Aghanim Scepter, gets the catch onto the Morphling. Do they have their follow-up? Wheel of Wonder is going to come out, but Yopaj is dying faster. He gets out, but Tomato, he comes back. Satanic, he lifesteal through Yuma. Back up to 100% HP. Analog needs to get out of here now. They brought back on Yuma, but he definitely cannot come back to this fight. Whisper also ends up there. Tomato with the triple kill.
Bizarre affair. All they need is vision. If they see anyone, they could just jump and blow up targets.
Schofield. That's on the scene. Oh, there's a blue hole on top of the Wheel of Wonder. The second one comes in. Schofield gone in the blink of an eye. Stolen snowball from Yuma will buy some time with KJ, but doesn't really mean anything because KJ about to die. Yuma, tidal wave, drags him outside of the fountain. Yopaj hexes him just to make sure he can't escape there.
Another one.
Another blue hole showing up. They kill off the Slaughter this time around. He will be forced to buy back. KJ, yet another snowball to buy Yuma some time. Yuma now going in the opposite direction, trying to at least kill off the Ringmaster or the Tinker, but they're too tanky. At least the Tinker, at least one of them. No! He gets held in place. He cannot move, Sin. He gets killed off. 2 minutes in the grave. No buyback, and Skem is still alive. KJ will suffer the final indignity of the last death. And as he goes down, GG, well played is called. Shopify Rebellion secure a 2-0 in what might be the most wild 2-0 I've ever seen in my entire life.
This series was something else, dude. What a crazy affair. That was kind of it. He felt forced to buy a nullifier. I didn't really see that do too much. He had the lowest hero damage in the game out of anyone on Tiny. Just a tough time. And in addition to that, the offlane Slardar didn't really pay off that much.